Hello, I am the H-Town Vet, and I would like to welcome you to our channel, a place where we will discuss the variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Our topic for today is PTSD and its severity levels. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, in August of 2022, 4.9 million veterans had a service-connected disability, which is 27% of all veterans who served in the military. There are a lot of myths about filing VA claims. So the first thing that I want to do is to tell you what filing a VA claim is not. Number one, it's not easy. You have to submit lots of documents, including medical and service records. Then you have to file your information on the right forms, which is sometimes confusing. The second issue is the VA claim system is neither quick nor fast, and there are often long wait times. The third obstacle that you must confront is there is no one-size-fits-all approach to getting a VA claim approved. For example, you might start off with a hearing loss claim and then realize that PTSD is your major problem. You have to become a detective and follow the evidence. What can you do that will help get your VA claim approved? This is one of the most important questions to ask yourself at the start of the VA claim process. To start off, you will need a diagnosis of your illness. Then you need to connect that diagnosis to your military service, which is called a nexus. Make sure you collect and submit all relevant records, to include past medical records, current treatment records, in-service military records. Once all of these records have been submitted to the VA will most likely schedule you for a physical or a psychological exam. These evaluations are called a compensation and pension exam, or CMP. Let's say you were diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, commonly known as PTSD. If you are a combat veteran, you can actually write a letter about your experiences in the war zone. Military combat is not a spectator sport like a football game, so there's not many witnesses to what happened. As a result, the VA considers you to be a reliable historian when documenting what happened to you in combat. VA disability compensation is on a 10-point scale. It starts with a 0% rating and ends at 100%. The determining factor of your rating percentage is the severity of your condition. The less severe your condition is, the lower your VA rating percentage. The more severe your condition is, the higher the VA rating. Your severity level is determined through medical records, CMP exams, and supporting statements. With PTSD, the VA skips 5 ratings, including 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, and 90%. This is also true for other mental disorders. For example, if you were 70% for PTSD and you received an increased rating, now you're at 100%, bypassing 80 and 90%. There are only 6 PTSD ratings that you can be awarded. While PTSD is the third most filed claim at the VA, it is the most valuable one. 70% is the most common rating for PTSD, while 0% is the least most common. Only 1 out of 10 veterans service-connected for PTSD has a 100% rating. In the case of PTSD, the VA measures your severity level based on how bad your symptoms are. Let's start by exploring how the VA measures your severity level based on the symptoms you have. At 0%, you have been diagnosed with the illness, but it is not severe enough to affect your work or personal life. Most likely, you are taking little to no medication. 10%, you have problems at work/personal life from time to time, but it's controlled through continuous medication. 30%, problems at work increase while your work output decreases. Your personal life also suffers. You may develop depressed moods, anxiety, and problems sleeping. 50%. This rating is characterized by confrontation with others at work, short and long-term memory loss, and relationship problems. 70%. By this point, many veterans become hypervigilant by continuously checking doors and windows to see if they're secure. Physical violence and threats become a major issue, and panic attacks are also frequent. 100%. For PTSD, it is a very serious rating because it involves not being able to function in a work environment or even in social settings. The veteran might experience continuous delusions and hallucinations, gross inappropriate behavior, not able to keep their own hygiene up, and they may even forget the names of close relatives, and in some cases, they'll even forget their own names. You can find more information out about the general rating formula for mental disorders in the Regulations Book 38 CFR 4.130. The most common treating method for PTSD is medication. The other treatment method saved my life: group and individual counseling. I was able to meet other veterans that helped lift me up out of my dark place. I would like to thank you for staying to the end, and if the information was useful, please like, share, and subscribe.